Okay. Jamal, welcome to this dietary habits questionnaire.
Okay.
So, what we're going to go through is as I just said, a dietary habits questionnaire.
Yes.
So this is just going to outline some basic day-to-day habits that you have in your dietary.
Yes.
As we would say, in your diet. So, how many questions do I hit with? 6 questions, and then I'll go from there as to within my scope of practice, because obviously my scope of practice is limited, what I can recommend for you and if there's any next steps. So, I'll just grab your name, which I grabbed before, which was Jamal. That's it. The date today is the 1st of the 9th, 2022. As we can see here, that's goal.
Okay.
So, what is your dietary goal?
I want to try and lose between 5 to 10 kilos in the next 3 months.
Okay. Is there any is there any special dietary requirements?
No.
Okay, good. So we'll just base this on your actual diet.
Mm-hmm.
How many serves of vegetables do you usually eat per day? So some examples of 1 serve of vegetables is half a cup of cooked vegetables, half a cup of cooked lentils / chickpeas, a cup of salad, or half a medium potato, 1 whole tomato, something along those lines.
Probably 2 to 3.
2 to 3. Cool, yeah. Okay. Next one. How many serves of fruit do you normally eat per day? Fruit is 1 medium apple, banana or orange, 2 small apricots, 1 cup of diced or canned fruit.
Probably 1.
1. How many serves of bread and cereals do you usually eat per day? So one serve of bread / cereal is 1 slice of bread, half a medium bread roll, half a cup of rice, pasta noodles, half a cup of cooked porridge, or 1/4 cup of
Yeah, quite a bit. So probably 3 to 4.
3 to 4. Okay, so we could go 3 to 4. We could go 2 to 3 or 4 to 5.
4 to 5.
4 to 5. Okay. How many serves of dairy do you usually eat per day?
Pretty good with dairy.
1 cup of fresh long life milk or buttermilk, half a cup of evaporated milk, 2 slices of cheese, half a cup of ricotta, 3/4 cup of yogurt, 1 cup of calcium enriched soy rice or other cereal milk.
I'm going to say probably maybe 5.
5. So yeah, that does include coffees as well. So
Yeah, coffee, coffee, tea.
The coffee.
Yeah.
How many serves of meat or alternatives do you usually eat per day? So you're looking at 65 gram cooked lean red meat, which converts to about 100 grams raw, 80 grams cooked chicken, 100 grams cooked fish, 2 whole eggs, 1 cup of cooked canned legumes, beans or lentils. 1.
Yep.
Okay, and then this is the bit where we may have the falling apart. Looking at the list below, how many discretionary choices do you think you may have make in 1 week?
In a week?
So,
okay.
for an example of that, 2 scoops of ice cream, as you
Yeah.
can see here, 2 slices of processed meat,
Yeah.
sausages, 2 to 3 sweet plain biscuits, 1 donut, 25 grams of chocolate, can of soft drink. That doesn't include the non-sugar variations of the soft
Okay.
drink. I don't anyway because
Yeah.
they're fine. quarter of a pie or pastry.
Quarter of a pie.
Yeah.
So if you have a quarter of a whole pie, that's 4.
4. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And then alcohol's also on that list there. So you've got 200 mils of wine,
Okay.
600 mils of light beer, or 400 mils of standard beer.
Okay. Well, I'm probably going to go. I don't think I'm 10 plus, but I do think I'm probably at least 7 to 9.
7 to 9.
At least 1 to 2, 1 to 1.5 of those per day at least.
Yeah. Okay. What else does it require me to do in this? So Australian. So all this is based on the guidelines, Australian dietary guidelines.
Okay.
Which aren't perfect. None of it really is. Obviously, it differs from person to person as to like how everyone's nutrition is so individual. That having the whole thing just as one is kind of a bit BS in my opinion, but we're told to do it. So, the whole 226 page thing. Let's go back to a photo, it'll be just easier. Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Oh, I've seen that before.
Yeah, everyone's pretty much seen this one before. So that's about roughly how you should be petitioning it. So you want sort of them in sort of minimum. So if we look at the numbers back here, so they say that sort of you should be having anywhere between sort of 4 to 5 up to 6 plus for vegetables, and then the same with fruit.
Wow.
They also suggest
There's a lot of sugar and stuff in fruit. Does that
that's
mean having a lot of
fructose, which is depends on the fruit. Things like apples that are quite high in carbohydrate, but it's the type of carbohydrate that it's like it's naturally occurring. I mean, so is in breads. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's calories in versus calories out for
weight loss.
shape, so
Yes.
it's really lots of BS in this. So yeah, we could I mean, look, in terms of like a whole apple, you're gonna have like maybe 10 to 15 grams of carbs. That's the same amount you get in one slice of bread.
Yeah.
So it's like, which one's going to fill you up more? So obviously, if you're eating more fruits and less grains, you're going to still feel more satiated while consuming less calories. And also the whole vitamins and minerals, which is far beyond my scope. And so your vitamins, minerals, or your micronutrients that breads don't have. That's not to say to stay away from breads, because obviously there's micronutrients in them as well. And they're also incredibly important particularly as a main carbohydrate source for performance. Dairy serves, you could kind of move more, maybe down one notch in replace of some more fruit serves if you wanted to. And the same with lean meats. You could have 2 a day and get away with it.
Yeah. It might even be 2 actually when you think, because you said 100 grams of mince or something. Did you say?
100 gram raw, and
so a steak's 300 grams, isn't it?
yeah, depending on the steak. If you go to a pub, it's kind of like, I know from the pub I go to, Terrigal, it's like 220 for rather than 300 for a.
So there's 3.
Scotch.
Yeah, right, okay. So it might even be 2 when you think about it,
So Yeah, that's been pretty much, and then obviously the discretionary choices is they suggest to have no more than sort of 3 across the week. It has been,
okay.
which is, I don't know who's doing that. I honestly don't know who in the world does that, apart from me when I'm on competition prep. But they also suggest quite a low amount of dairy, which is strange to me, but it's quite high in calories, so I can see why. Anywho, they want to, what else do they want me to do in this video? Good. Okay, interpretation 3 levels. Must be, I've already done that. I mean, obviously the goal is to not eat like a bodybuilder, even though that maintain the best results. You're not here for the best results, you're just here for some results. So, which isn't a balanced diet, because you also like a life outside of the gym. So, I don't think I need to discuss relationships with body composition, physical, mental health. I don't really believe that within my scope. So, alright, that's actually a good one. Food labels. Do you know much about food labels and how to read them?
A little bit, yeah, pretty good, yeah.
Okay, good. And you know how to read sort of like 100 grams, particularly if you're comparing a food, comparing it on the 100 gram serve is probably the easiest way to do it.
Yes.
Obviously, you have an idea of sort of which macronutrients yield which, how many calories. So obviously your fats are going to be 9 calories per gram, alcohol is going to be 7 calories per gram, and then carbs and proteins are both 4 calories per gram each.
Okay.
So that's why a lot of there's the whole sort of thing of stay away from fats, but they're essential for hormone balance, etc., etc. Anything else? Any questions?
I think that's about it. I think you covered it.
Cool. That sounds good to me. Well, what I will do is, do you reckon you would have any trouble implementing what I told you, or would you require further?
No. If I have a copy of that, I'm sure I can work from that.
Okay.
Go from there.
No. Traditional strategies to assist with goal. Just sort of recapping. So we increase fruit serves. You could also increase vegetable serves. Really, there's no harm in it.
Mm-hmm. And just reducing those discretionary ones by about half.
Yeah, I mean, look, you could probably back off a little bit on the reduce the dairy serve slightly.
Yep.
Sort of down to that 2 to 3 range, just because particularly if you're using full fat milk, or if you're not using some kind of like something like an almond milk or something like that.
Is it the fat content in full cream milk?
Fat content in full cream milk, yeah.
What about light milk?
Light milk, yeah, a lot less calories, but you're still getting 15 grams of carbs per pot.
Okay.
Which is really unnecessary.
Yeah. Whereas almond milk doesn't have any of that.
Almond milk is, in terms of, again, if you're looking at that, how much per 100 grams, or even if you look at it, because they're all 250 ml as like the average serve, it's like, might be, off the top of my head, light milk might be like it might be, what was it for?
Light milk was about 2.9 or something, 2 point something?
No, in terms of calories, it's like, I think it's somewhere in the region of 120-ish.
Okay.
I could be wrong. Off the top of my
I can
head.
check it anyway.
Yeah, and then so the
Yeah.
almond milk in that 250ml range is like 30 to 50.
Okay.
So there's like 70 calories.
Big difference, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, if you're having multiple cups a day, that's
Yeah.
fair for you. Choices. Two to three. Okay. Okay, well, I will send this off to you, and then that's all done.
Okay.
So, thank you for coming.
Thanks for your time, Noah.
I'll blow that